Hi Pisces, welcome to Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot. My name is Erica. Welcome to the channel. I'm so glad that you found me and thank you for being here. This is your October 2017 Tarot and Astrology video. I'm sorry that it's late. Thank you for being so gracious with me and my personal issues that have been quite challenging, to be completely honest with you. But let's talk about what's going on for y'all, what has happened, and what will be happening astrologically. I'll pull some cards from the Illuminated Tarot deck by Caitlin Keegan. I'll also pull some oracle cards from the Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle deck. On the 5th of the month, we had a full moon at 12 degrees of Aries. This occurred in your second house, and that's the house of mine. That's how I think of it. However you would, whatever you think you need to survive, it's your self-esteem, it's your earning ability, it's your resources, it's your things, anything that you would introduce, point to, or claim as mine would fall in that second house. The full moon being in the second house illuminated those values, the house of values. It's also that, my values. On the 10th of the month, we had Jupiter, the planet of increase, expansion, excess, and achievement, move into Scorpio, which is your 9th house. The 9th house is the house of long-distance trips, adventures, and questing, higher education. It's the study of religion, philosophy, astrology, legal system matters. It can deal with legal system matters. It also deals with foreign people, foreign places, and foreign things. Some of you may be considering going back to school. Some of you may be wanting to learn astrology or study philosophy, things like that. Maybe travel a lot. Pardon me. On the 14th, we have Venus, the planet of love, beauty, harmony, money, and resources, moving into Libra. This is your 8th house. The 8th house is the house of sexuality, other people's money, and that can be inheritance, scholarship, just your spouse's money. This can be insurance payouts. This can be loans. This is also the house of transformation, metamorphosis, and regeneration. It deals with, this is where the phoenix rises from the ashes. It is the blood and guts of it all. It is a very taboo house. Venus moving into the 8th house could be that you're either hopefully seeing some money come your way, or you're getting some really good love vibes going on in that house of sexuality. On the 17th of the month, we've got Mercury, the planet of thought, movement, and communication, moving into Scorpio, and that's going into your 9th house as well. Again, thought, movement, and communication in the 9th house, so it could be long-distance travel, the commute. It could be learning new things. Mercury loves to learn. And that 9th house is higher-minded ideals. It is your worldview expanded through study or travel. On the 19th of the month, we've got a new moon in Libra in your 8th house. And this is a seed for you to plant in that 8th house of sexuality, transformation, regeneration, metamorphosis. This can be where you decide to rise from the ashes. Any trauma you've endured, any pain you've endured, it can be a good time for you to say, I intend to release this, and over the next 6 months, work on releasing it, or work on growing it, whatever it is, whatever seed it is that you plant. But being in the 8th house, it could be that some of y'all may be getting pregnant, so be careful out there, Pisces. On the 22nd of the month, we've got Mars moving into Libra, which is the 8th house, and that is, again, the house of Scorpio. It is, well, the traditional house of Scorpio. The house of life, death, and rebirth, other people's money, transformation, regeneration, metamorphosis. I can't beat a dead horse. That 8th house has got a lot of focus on it. And finally, at the end of the month, we've got the sun moving into Scorpio, which is your 9th house. And this is, again, foreign people, foreign places, foreign things. Your worldview expanded through study or travel. Mercury being in that 9th house, it could be that you're really wanting to study some stuff. And that can be higher education, like I said, or metaphysics, astrology, tarot, stuff like this. Just really depends on what's going on in your world. The bottom card always represents the underlying theme or overarching energy for my spreads, and the top three represent, or for clarity. If you need a time frame association, we can do past, present, future. I'm also going to shuffle for you now the Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle deck. I also plan on doing some Halloween Oracle cards for y'all here shortly, but I have to finish the rest of the Zodiac before I start that series, so hang tight. And again, thank you for your patience during my absence. Okay, you had a card fly out of the deck. So now I'm going to cut, and I will take the top card from the cut deck. Okay, Pisces. Now what I'm going to do, like I always will, or have in the past, I'm going to hit the pause button, flip these cards over, do the tarot math, and look at my astrology notes and try to bring forth the most positive information that I can for you for the month of October. So hang tight, y'all. I'll be right back. Hey Pisces, I'm back with your cards, so let's go ahead and get started. The underlying theme or overarching energy for the spread is the Jack of Hearts. I see this as the Page or the Knight of Cups. The hearts represent the cups as well. This deals with the unconscious coming to the surface and dealing with contemplation. The Rider-Waite Tarot Association of the Knight and the Page combined deals with either a message or messenger, possibly motion or movement. Could be dealing with someone who or something that might be romantic, charming, creative, or even dealing with some synchronicity. I feel like there is an Aries involved in one way or another because there is a Aries glyph here and down here. Normally don't notice that, but there could be an Aries in your world that is important to you. And I say that again because another card that represents Aries fell. And it's the next card that we're going to talk about. It is the King of Spades. In the Illuminated Tarot deck, Caitlin Keegan also took the Major Arcana and reduced them down into the Minor Arcana. So some cards have two meanings, and this is one of those cards. The King of Swords, or the King of Spades, is representative of the King of Swords, and the swords are representative of air sign energy. The air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I feel like there's a strong Gemini association as well. We'll get to that in a minute. But the King of Swords is an authority figure. He's clear thinking. I say king because of the masculinity implied with the kingship of the card. This is a clear thinking intellectual. This is someone who is very bright-minded. I could also see them as being someone who actually uses their hands to cut for something, possibly a surgeon, or you may be facing surgery or know someone who is facing surgery, or that you're just trying to get to the heart of the matter. Or this Aries, because now let's move on to the secondary portion of what this card means. This is the Emperor card as well, and that deals with Aries. And Aries is the me first principle. It's initiation. It's the masculine principle. It's owning your own power and being ambitious about it. It's about having the authority and the experience and the wisdom to do what is necessary when the time comes, and you'll know when that time comes. Something else that's interesting is that Uranus, the planet of shocks and surprises, changes, and liberation, is occurring in your second house, which is Aries for you in your chart, Pisces rising. And you had a full moon in the second house where Aries is. So I feel like you are still dealing with possibly having to assert yourself from a situation that arose around the full moon. The secondary card that represents the present in the situation is the Ace of Swords, or the Ace of Spades, which represents the Ace of Swords. This is a card of focus and clarity. The aces represent potential, and this is also a card or a sign of power, victory, and clarity, clear thinking. Again, the swords represent air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I feel like there will be some easy flow in the communication for you as long as you are willing to focus and be clear in your intention and what needs to be said. Understand that you may be feeling a little defensive about what is being spoke of, but don't be afraid to exert your dominance when necessary, and you'll know when that moment occurs. You'll know now is the time. You'll feel it in your gut. That third card that represents the future is the Three of Spades, which is also the Three of Swords. Now, this card in this deck represents understanding your own feelings and moving beyond sorrow. Now, the Rider-Waite Tarot Association deals with heartbreak and grief and separation. So it could be one of two things. It could be dealing with heartbreak, grief, and separation, or it could be that you're moving beyond that heartbreak, grief, and separation. It could be that you're moving beyond those feelings and understanding and processing it. Really just depends on what's going on in your particular world and in your particular chart, Pisces, because each person is going through their own personal struggle, their own personal battle. Now, I did the tarot math with the cards associated that had some numbers. I used the number 4 because that's the 4th card for the major arcana for the Emperor. I used the number 3. 4 plus 3 is 7, and that speaks to the 7th house. That house is traditionally ruled by Libra, and what's interesting is that at the beginning of October, we have Venus and Mars there in the 7th house, so you're probably quite popular right now. The 7th house is the house of your friendships and partnerships and how you learn about who you are as a friend, as a partner, through your interactions with other people. Venus will move out of the 7th house and into the 8th house on the 14th, and Mars will move as well on the 22nd, so there'll be some relief. But I figure that would be something interesting. As note, you've probably been dealing with a lot of drama, dealing with your friends, partnerships, and relationships, and it can also be dealing with open enemies and like open enemies, and dealing with like arguments online, beef online, that sort of thing. The first card that flew out of the deck for you is the Rainbow Moonstone card. That's what this card looks like. Rainbow Moonstone. The card reads, it deals with optimism, vitality, and inner peace. It can help heal and amplify the vibration of the third eye and crown chakra. Rainbow Moonstone awakens the rainbow body of light within, kindling your life force energy and spreading harmony throughout the aura. You've pulled this card because you're in need of enthusiasm, self-appreciation, and deeper alignment. So meditate with Rainbow Moonstone to embrace inner peace, achieve chakra alignment, and to experience newfound joy in life. The second card that was pulled for you is the Sunstone card. The Sunstone card deals with strength, leadership, and benevolence. It can help heal and amplify the vibrations of the sacral chakra. Sunstone is a gem for sacral leadership. It inspires you to take action and own your desires, prompting creativity and bringing energy to your ideas. You've pulled this card because it's time for you to take charge of your endeavors, whether they are creative, spiritual, or business related. Meditate with Sunstone to overcome your self-doubt, to fuel your conviction, and to live your life with purpose and confidence. Sunstone. I think that's a pretty positive ending for the reading, and I do hope that it is that you are moving beyond sorrow and not dealing with heartache or grief. But if you are, understand that there are seasons for every situation, and this season will pass too. I know a lot of people who are hurting right now. I know a lot of people who have received bad news recently, and my heart is with them. My heart is with y'all. Please take care of yourselves. Please be kind to yourselves and save some of that kindness for others, because we're all going through private battles in our world that some of us may never speak about to another living soul. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe it. And if you already have, I thank you from the bottom of my very grateful heart. I will see you for the October Oracle card videos as promised, but I have to finish this series first. So send me some loving energy on that end as well. Things are getting easier, but it's still a struggle. That's just how I'm going to put it right now. I'll talk to y'all soon. I love you very much. Please take care. And until next time, namaste. And I love y'all. Bye, Pisces.